Yeah.
I'll be awkward, but that's cool. I'm awkward.
It's okay.
This kitty's like licking himself so hard he's about to fall off the bed.
These are hot. This one looks actually.
You guys are on. You guys are on.
We're live. Are we? Can you hear me? Testing.
I can hear the.
Oh, I can see live. I see. There we go.
Oh,
but
hey, muted on that though because I can hear.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing. I'm like, why do I hear some other weird way?
My server just brought me some ranch.
Dude, that's amazing. Make sure you tip your server, folks, especially when he's cute.
A tip the server. Okay.
So I guess like if we're live, hi everyone, welcome. This is 2/3 of your Irrational Mom crew. I'm Annabelle, and there's Tris over there. And Mrs. Poindexter is deep in the wilderness somewhere hunting. I can't remember if she's like driving to somewhere super remote or actually out in somewhere super remote today, but basically she can't get on technology. So
yeah,
I don't think they have a lot of internet access out in the wilderness. So
right.
Anyway.
Well, she is safe because she did text me a little bit ago.
Yes, exactly.
So.
All right. So it is live. I see people commenting. Kaz, maybe hello, and Cliff, hello.
Oh. I need to get on there so I can see the comments.
Yeah, I don't have my reading glasses, but I'm going to do my best. So guys, don't be upset if I can't look like I can't read.
And I'm going to have wing sauce on my hands, so I'm not going to be able to.
I prepared myself. Not only do I have a whole bunch of napkins, but I also got like some...
Kaz, maybe hello, Cliff, hello.
Oh, there we go. See? I got my package of wipes from the bathroom to use for my hands if I get my hands messy. Hello, Marshall.
And wing sauce on my hands, so I'm not going to be able to.
Why is it? I don't know why it started up. I was just brought extra napkins, and I do have these little.
See, you need the wet wipes.
Right? I go through like 20 of those when I eat. Oh my
gosh. Just turn the volume down.
Oh.
Because my mute wasn't working, but the volume worked.
That's a good call. Easy fix.
All right, let's see who else here. Hi, Chase, Bobby, and John. Hello from Australia. Or hello to you in Australia. I'm in California. And Tris is in the beautiful South. And I have some chicken wings, and I also have a cat whose favorite food is chicken. And this cat has been just circling me. I have my little snack tray here. It's not quite dinner time for me, but I have some wings.
Half healthy.
Exactly.
Oh, you did get wings.
I did. I ended up getting the wings. I really wanted Popeyes, but
wait, what's on that little side dish over there?
So I have some ranch, the carrots and celery wings, and some Cheez-Its.
Oh, Cheez-Its. See, I don't get the celery. I tell them to leave that crap off. I don't know if you're helping there.
Honestly, I don't get wings very often, but I did for today. Normally, I just get fried chicken. But honestly, Popeyes seemed like it'd be too much for me, especially like an afternoon. When I had my healthy lunch of tuna salad like 2 hours ago. So, Kitty's favorite food is chicken. Like literally, he likes to eat anything people food though. So he's waiting for me to give him some chicken, I think. Hi, buddy.
I don't know if my comment. Wait, are you seeing more comments than what I'm seeing? Because I don't see.
Click down for the live chat, and I see that Matt commented as well, asking where everyone's from. Can you see that, Tris?
No, I can't see that.
So click on the little thing, and you should be able to see it. There should be like a tap down.
Yeah, I can see comments, just not the new ones. But the new ones aren't coming in, so I don't know. It's just
there might be. Excuse me. There might also be a lag.
Cough it up. No. See, now look, I do have something different too. I have soda. This is just Pepsi.
Oh, nice.
Tris, usually don't.
Tris, turn on your television also. We can hear your TV.
Okay.
Look how cute she is, though. Jersey. We have Joseph from Jersey. Hello. I made myself a very, very weak cocktail in my Rams glass. I don't know if you can see the label. It's basically like a splash of Don Julio extra añejo with some soda water and lime. So a very healthy, tiny, it's like basically made it like a spritzer strength, because I still do have to take some brats to practice after this. So, you know, a spritz of tequila, one is okay. No more for me when I'm driving.
Your lifestyle is way too busy. I am home for the night. That is it. I've been home all day, but
I was going to say, it is also very late for you. So, well, late compared to, we still got the sun.
Yeah, right.
We have Seattle. We have Philadelphia. Chicken bone. I don't know if that is, I'm not exactly sure what that means out of context. I mean, I know what a chicken bone is, but anyway, so we are getting ready to watch some Monday Night Football. And of course, the snack of the week this week is wings. And we thought that would be fun since it's football. And also, Tris gets very happy when she eats wings, and we love to see it.
Yeah, I know. I was so hungry. I was so excited to get these. I'm glad that he stopped and picked them up because apparently it's super busy, which makes sense because it's like a bar.
Monday Night
like
Football.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, I ordered mine several hours ago to be delivered because I figured it might get like busier leading up to game time. Somebody's already asked about college football, so we can talk about that for a second. This was a great college football weekend for me. Terrible for Tris. Georgia took down the Longhorns. Let's do a little. Is this how you do it? Horns down action.
Hey, that made the week better though. Like even though we lost, honestly.
Exactly. Like it's interesting because a lot of people think that like we hate Bama for Georgia. We hate them, but in like a respectful way because they've pretty much always been better than us. The other teams we hate, it's just hate. Like Tennessee's the most hated. So I was actually very sad to see Tennessee beat Alabama, even though that helps Georgia. If Georgia only doesn't lose anymore, that means they likely won't have to play Alabama again, which for some reason they cannot get over that hump. I don't want to see anyone be taken down by Bobby Hill from Tennessee. This guy, you guys know, he looks just like Bobby Hill, that Heupel. I don't understand how his name's even pronounced Heupel, but
Heupel? Maybe it's Heupel.
No, it's Heupel. I've heard people say it. Yeah, I would have never guessed the pronunciation. I really hate that guy. I hate Tennessee. Anyone from Georgia hates Tennessee, so I felt bad for Alabama. And now we got Texas having their welcome to the SEC moment. And it turns out, I was worried about Georgia losing, but it turns out that those people who said, you guys, Texas just hasn't played anybody yet, they were right because Georgia just stunned them. I mean, I'm wearing I think my favorite defensive player all time from Georgia is Jordan Davis. So I'm wearing his jersey in honor of that amazing defense. He was a beast at Georgia. And he's also a wonderful human. He would like win a game and then go conduct the band and just be like such a lovely person. Hold on, let's see.
Hey, can you still hear my TV, by the way? Just sorry not to get you sidetracked.
A little.
Dang it. Okay, proceed.
So someone asked, Georgia is now ranked number 2 behind Oregon, which to me makes sense because Oregon hasn't lost, even though other than Ohio State, they haven't really played anyone either. But I think that's going to sort itself out. Georgia remains the hardest strength of schedule. I am glad they're playing Tennessee at home this year because I do think they're pretty good. But I was worried about Tennessee 2 years ago also, and Georgia handled them pretty well. So hopefully it's going to be okay.
Yeah. Somebody asked, and hi, Mark, because he did say hi. I want to make sure I said that. But I don't know what the rankings are now.
Alabama's like 15.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because it's like the first time they haven't been in the top 10 since like 2000.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a while. Vandy is ranked.
Okay.
Vanderbilt is a good team. I mean, they had a fluke loss to, I think, Georgia State, but I think they're a lot better football team than people think. So I don't think losing to them. I mean, I guess you never know, but I've said this several times, but the parity in the SEC in particular this year is, I mean, there's a lot of teams that are pretty even. So it's a lot of great competition. And I don't think it's because the SEC is weak, like some people are saying. Like, they're still dominating every other conference. So yeah, I don't really want to hear none of that nonsense. So they're ranked second now, and I actually think it's better to not be ranked first. Georgia has historically done much better when they're perceived as an underdog.
Well, yeah, I'm so glad. I was like, me rooting for Georgia was not on my bingo card for this.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I was like, yes, I was so excited, especially, because I tweeted about it, but I'm telling you, it's like Cowboy fan. And man, I don't want to put any negative vibes out there, but it just.
You can say it. Your opinion is.
Didn't Kirby talk about like how we're just rewarding bad behavior? Did he say that in his little commentary afterwards? And it's true. Like, that's ridiculous.
Tell people what happened if they don't know. Little brief synopsis. So, why chew my carrot? I'm going to mute it.
Something didn't get called. I don't remember the exact play that didn't get called, but basically not all the fans, like I think it was just a little group of them because it was like one corner of the football field.
The student section,
yeah, started throwing their water balls on there, and it was just covered. Like the cheerleaders were out there, the coaches, everybody like ran out there. At least the coach was like, stop.
Yes,
like,
I will credit.
No. So
Sarkisian was like, stop. And some people are like acting like he's a hero for doing that. I don't think he's a hero. I think he's a good coach because he doesn't have to do anything. But what I really think, I mean, he's out there like, we just got the ball. So the call, Carson Beck threw an interception. It got called back on a DPI call that really was not pass interference. I mean, most Georgia fans will agree it was a horrible call. The thing that people are upset about is the referees had made the call, had their conference, when they talk on the field, they made the call, which was that it was called back. They set the ball and the play clock started running. And so then all the debris comes on the field. And so there's a delay of the game. And then the referees got back together and changed the call, which has never happened in the history of NCAA football.
I don't understand that part because it wasn't a reviewable play. So like what was the reasoning? And the thing that upsets me is that the refs are never held accountable. And it's like, you're not allowed to say anything. And I get that as a player, like you're not supposed to talk crap about the refs, but is there no accountability? Nobody's saying, hey, why the hell did you do this when that's not a thing?
Right. And the call was terrible on its face. So what needs to happen is they need to not make these calls. So the refs make this call. I don't exactly know the rule on this. I know a lot about some of the procedures, but I don't know. I don't think they could review it on film because it's not reviewable. So even not like their own discretion, but the referees talk to each other and then they finalize the call, right? They say what the call is. Yeah. So what that needs to happen in that case is one of the referees needs to be like, no, dude, that was not a call. That wasn't a DPI. Yeah, it's it's a Texas ball in the 9 or whatever. That's what needs to happen. But what happened instead is the delay is what caused the further review. They were watching the refs. You can see them watching the play be re-shown on the video, the Jumbotron. So in effect, they're having a review of this play. And so, yes, I understand being mad. I would be super mad if I was Texas fans in that moment. But all they did is reward bad behavior. And that's what Kirby Smart said. I think, and some people said, well, they were going to go to a TV timeout anyway, and they would have reviewed it. Maybe so, but that's not what happened. The fact of the matter is what happened is they threw a tantrum, and then they got their way. And that's not acceptable. And so the SEC has like kind of addressed this, but really weak sauce. I mean, Texas is getting fined. And I know kids when
did that happen? Was that third quarter or fourth quarter? I don't remember exactly.
I think it was third quarter.
They weren't like even, I don't know. I felt like it was just really too much for them to throw that kind of fit over one call when they were already getting their butts kicked. Like, who are you?
I mean, it was definitely a momentum shifter. I mean, it was very problematic for a lot of reasons. The most striking thing that I've seen happen, though, when I look at social media, because Georgia fans uniformly are like, the officiating crew was horrible. Like, they called 2 targeting calls on Georgia players back to back.
I saw that.
They reviewed them and they were confirmed. Y'all, these were not targeting. If the receiver lowers his head, the defender in both cases has already going at him and their head is down. If the receiver lowers his helmet to meet the helmet, of the defender, that's not targeting because the receiver lowered his head. And so the first hit by Dan Jackson was a hard hit. It looked bad. That one was a little more questionable. The second,
I think the first one
clearly lowered his head.
Yeah, the first one, yeah, I agree.
There was
with
a lot of bad calls. But the funny thing is that even though Texas was the beneficiary of that call in the end, the overturned DPI, their fans genuinely think that they are being cheated by the SEC. And they're like, wait, what? How could you walk away with this opinion? Because the calls were insanely in favor of Texas. It was crazy. And a lot of people are saying, yeah, this is how it works with Texas in the Big 12. They basically, they're one of the richest schools out there with, you know, billions in oil money. And, you know, they're going to get favored because having Texas on television and playing Texas is a big money game. It's kind of like when Alabama plays. Those are very popular games and they're going to draw a lot of money. So it's really funny to see that we're like, how could Texas players even possibly think that the refs were biased for Georgia? Because, dude, they were definitely not.
They're trying to show out. They're the new kid in the group, you know.
And all they did was say, look how trashy we are. We're going to get mad because we didn't get our way. And I've seen them defending that. A lot of people defending that behavior on social media too. If my team's doing that, it's embarrassing. I'm not saying they never have either. I don't want to see that. It's dangerous to the players. You know, it causes these delays. It's just ridiculous. So anyway,
you know, I mean, they definitely were like the big dogs in Big 12 for sure. Because I used to watch more Big 12. But yeah, I feel like they're just gonna have a little bit of a reckoning. Now, yes, they've been winning, they're ranked number 1, but you let that go to your head and that's when you start to slip. So they need to calm down.
Yep.
Have a little class, act like you've been there. Okay.
That's one of Nick Saban's best things he's ever said. Act like you've been there. I mean, because it was just it was bad. So but I'm super glad that Georgia was able to just they finally looked like they should, except for Carson Beck and his interceptions and the dropped balls. It's very obvious there's no more Brock Bowers or Ladd McConkey. And I went to the Rams game yesterday and I got to watch Brock Bowers yesterday. And he's doing great. He's having a good rookie season, but man, I felt so bad for him that his quarterback is Gardner Minshew because that guy's not good. So
it's just not good.
He's not good. So it was nice to see the Rams going to win. They're by no means a good team this year. Ooh,
look at how crispy this bad boy is. This is the crispiest, and I'm starting with that one because.
Let's go ahead with the snack of the week. I'm going to eat a drumstick. Mine have.
I do also have. So I have sweet potato fries, which I love sweet potato fries.
I do too.
And this is so I usually eat my sweet potato fries with honey mustard. Is that? I don't know what it. I'm telling you, it is good. But these came with this sauce, and it's kind of like
is it ranch?
Like no, it tastes like melted icing, which is interesting.
It's sweet.
It's very sweet. Because usually sweet potato fries, you've got like that kind of sugar, like cinnamon sugar stuff on top. So
really,
yeah, is that not?
I don't eat them that way, but I don't know.
Southern thing. I don't know, but yeah, they are good.
Just a note, guys, if you're typing comments that are not in English, we don't know what you're saying. If we're like on the internet,
Translate.
Yeah, I'll throw some stuff in Google Translate, but that's kind of hard to do right now on a YouTube live. So I'm sorry that not going to be able to address those comments exactly. No offense. I just don't speak Spanish, unfortunately. I wish I did. All right, let's go ahead, Tris. How's that wing?
Wings. This one's going to be delicious. I'm so excited. Is there a tip from people to get the wings just right? Like, how do you? I kind of just
use my hands and pull the meat off of them.
Nah, we gotta get in there and get messy. These aren't as messy because I put them in the air fryer to like crisp up.
Mm-hmm.
But
what flavor?
When I go, just medium. I don't know. I go between like medium and like hot or buffalo, whatever. I don't know.
Mine are mild.
It's all buffalo.
And they're still too spicy for me.
What? I'm surprised. I thought you liked spicier.
Mm-mm.
You know?
I would love to like spicy stuff. Well, it's not that I don't like it. It tastes good, but I got never ate spice growing up or something. Too big of a white person with no palate or something because spice just burns my mouth. Burns it.
Bobby says I'm making him hungry. for the wings.
Get some
Clearly.
wings. Matt gave us a countdown, but that's not. We're gonna go till 5:30. So,
I was like, what's 5:30? What time is it?
I
I have no
think
idea.
it's 5:06. Let's see what we got going on in the chat, guys.
Oh my god.
Tris, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
If you guys let us know if your team's about to play. We got the Ravens game coming up. I love watching the Ravens. Oh, let's I wanted to talk about, what do you guys think about Tua? So Tua's coming back.
Ooh,
And you know, a lot of people said he should never come back because of his serious concussions.
but he knows his body better than
Right.
anybody else. Obviously,
However,
he's got to listen to his body.
I want to know what people think about him not wearing a Guardian cap because he said he's not going to do it. It's his personal preference.
I don't
Do you
see
think that's
okay.
a good idea, or do you think he's making a bad decision because he has CTE, or
Well,
like
what's
why
the,
would you not wear that?
What's the Guardian cap thing? I don't know. I don't know.
It's
what
like
that
a
is.
practice one where it has the extra padding, so they look kind of silly.
Well,
They're designed basically so you're not taking those unprotected hits in practice. And
so
guys,
he's not going to wear that.
this is the first year that they've been able to wear them in games, and there's a few guys that do. He says he's not going to.
It's like a special helmet on the field. Nobody wants to wear a special helmet on.
I totally get that,
but
I was getting my brain scrambled as much as him.
Yeah, if it was like, hey, do this or die, then obviously I would probably.
Exactly. And the other thing that was interesting from him is he was saying something about like how he doesn't want to be known for that. But then, oh, there we go. Matt put up the Guardian caps. You see them? Tris?
Oh, very cushy. Okay, those aren't as bad. Why would you not wear that?
I don't know. He also said he doesn't want to be known for this. He's like, you know, boxers aren't known for this. And he's named some other sport. But I'm like, if a dude gets knocked the F out like that, so dramatically over and over, they do get known for that, I think. Like,
yeah,
I'm
right.
kind of like, buddy, are you just saying this because you're kind of like out of it or what?
I don't understand why he would. Yeah, I guess we're going to see because he's supposed to be back next week.
Exactly. Let's see. Stewie thinks he should wear it. Dale just had wings. He's dedicated. What does dedicated mean though? Like dedicated to brain trauma or like
I mean, like we can laugh about it now because nothing's happened yet, but yeah, that's like exactly. I don't know.
I mean, I like Tua. I don't want to see him get but turn into Antonio Brown.
I felt bad. Like I was like, this guy needs to retire, not because I don't want him to play, but because. But it's easier for me to say that than it is for him. Yeah, he's got babies, but
you don't want to see, somebody literally be. I mean, because some of the severe cases of CTE people have where they're like suicidal, they're like lock themselves in dark rooms, they can't go outside because of migraines. Like that stuff's terrible.
Exactly. So yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why he would do that. Stubborn. I totally get. You've done this thing for probably, I mean, most of your life at this point. And then to like not be able to do it, but surely he'll be involved somewhere else, I would think. Maybe they're not all involved somewhere else. I don't know.
The other thing about Tua that was kind of remarkable was the year before last, after he had those really bad several concussions that season, he trained in martial arts, he bulked up, and basically it's like helping your body be able to fall, teaching your body to fall correctly. Yeah, protecting yourself. Well, then he was good last year. And so this year, it's like he'd lost weight by the time the season started. So it's like maybe he really needs to keep up with that regimen of the martial arts training. Just if it's helping you, you know what I mean? So
Bobby says, Stewie said, besides looking stupid, I wonder if it's uncomfortable to wear. I wonder if it feels different. It's got to feel
I'd like to know too.
I'm curious. We should see if we can find somebody who's worn one of those before.
I know. Like, does it impede his vision? Like, is it awkward? Yeah. I would like to know, too, if anybody actually has worn one, even if it was, because they might wear them. I'm sure we have fans that have played college and NFL. So if somebody has feedback, I would actually like to know.
Bobby says, who are we rooting for tonight? Who are you going for? He's got the Ravens. Bobby's going Ravens. I'm trying to think who I picked. Wait, who's playing? The Ravens?
I think the Ravens and the Bucks are playing, and then also the Cardinals and Chargers. I like the Ravens, but I actually like Baker Mayfield. despite the hate that he got in the past, you know, he came out to the Rams, if you guys remember 2 years ago during the middle of the season. He literally flew across the country on a Tuesday, started for Thursday, and led the Rams in a comeback victory against the Raiders. So Baker Mayfield now, like, I feel like endearing about him. I don't know the correct way to use that. It's like, I like him. I want him to do well. So, and he has been. He was good enough last year. He basically got that game with the Rams and the rest of that season basically got him another chance. And then he got a contract. So I like that. So that'll be an interesting game. I mean, hopefully it's a good game.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
The only players who don't have to wear them are quarterbacks, kickers, punters.
Yeah, I
wide
saw
receivers,
that.
and DBs. Okay. You mean in practice, right? I think that's what we're talking about. So if he's not wearing it in practice, maybe he never wears it. You know what I mean? Like maybe he's never even worn it. So it's just like, no way.
Yeah. Hey, this is a side note. It's totally sidetracked, but check this thing out.
Is that an avocado?
It's an avocado.
Dude,
It's as big as my head.
that'll make like guacamole for 4 people.
Right? I brought it over here just so I could show because I was like, this is so cool. Some couple at the bar gave it to my boyfriend while he was waiting on the wings.
Just randomly?
So, I mean, he's very personable. So they were like chatting.
They just had the
It's like,
avocado at
hey,
the bar?
hold on just a second. Well, I think they were traveling. Maybe they're traveling farmers. Is that a thing?
They got it. I mean, but I want to know, did they have it on their person or they got it out of their car?
No, he went and got it out of the car. That would be extra weird if it was just like, hey, I have something for you and out of your
Right.
purse. You get a gigantic avocado. Okay, I'm sorry. That totally
Is it ripe
sidetracked,
already?
but yeah, it's ripe. I'm going to cut that joker up tomorrow.
Make the
And-
avocado toast?
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Avocado toast, and sometimes I do like a little hard-boiled egg and then avocado mushed up.
Yum.
Anyways, okay, I'm so sorry. Sidetrack.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I'm pretty sure. So I think for the Cardinals game, I did pick the Cardinals, even though I'm pretty sure they're underdog. But you know how I roll. I'm just trying to get more points on my pick'em, my weekly pick'em. Which, by the way,
Yeah.
we should post that. I don't think I've posted that this week for the pick'ems.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
If you guys are
pretty
part of the
good.
game, go play.
I missed the first. I missed Thursday games accidentally. I didn't mean to, but I didn't pick.
Oh,
them.
I missed one maybe last week because I ended up doing my picks on Friday morning, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know about the other game. I mean,
I think I picked the
Chargers aren't
Ravens.
really, Chargers aren't really good. The Chargers are okay.
Yeah.
I think the Cardinals have looked good sometimes, but I guess I'm just looking at their record as 2-4. So I guess they're not.
Which one of these is?
They beat the Rams and did they beat the 49ers, I think?
Matt
Who else
says
they
yeah.
lost to? Oh yeah, poor
Yeah.
producer Matt, you guys. Why are I want to know what people think. Why are the 49ers bad this year? I feel like they shouldn't be that bad.
Are they that bad? I thought they were
They're
like
bad.
they're in the middle, aren't they? Or
They lost to the Rams.
Well, okay. It's true.
They're 3-4.
Oh, they're 3-4. Okay, so
They're better than the Rams, but they lost to the Rams, which is confusing. Did they also?
2 fourth quarter meltdowns. Yeah, I can see that.
And I've seen a lot of people criticizing Brock Purdy, and a lot of people are saying that Mike Shanahan ruins quarterbacks and that he's turning Brock Purdy into Jimmy G. And I have no idea if that's true or what that really even means.
I don't know enough about Jimmy G. He's cute.
Yeah.
Is that right? Isn't he the cute one? Okay.
Oh yeah, he's the Rams backup now. Yeah, Pat. I think everyone is sick of hearing about Patrick Mahomes. Did you guys?
He
Oh,
is.
Tris, did you see yesterday when what's the guy? One of the defender, I think he's a linebacker, or maybe Collins or somebody. He basically throat checked Mahomes, and you see Mahomes.
Did he? No. I'm
got
gonna go
away
back
with
and
it,
watch
too.
that highlight. Man,
Funny.
these are not negative vibes that I'm putting out, but it's.
I don't want anybody to get hurt. Don't want anybody to get hurt. But I would love for someone to take down the Chiefs, and I
did
can't believe
see
it hasn't happened yet.
I did see some video where I think this was Mahomes, where he like pushed the guy's helmet down, and then the guy gets up and pushed Mahomes' helmet, and then he's the one that got kicked from the game. And I'm like, I don't understand these rules, but I'm told that supposedly the first person is never the
Retaliation.
one.
Yeah,
retaliation. But so what's up with the guy? What's up with the first person?
Well, plus, they're protecting Patrick Mahomes at all costs, right?
I know. I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of him being so good. Damn it! I just want him to like have one bad game. Just one.
It's not even that he's that great this year. He's a little shaky, but the defense is really good.
Yeah.
So I think that's helping him.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rams defense is what carried them yesterday, which is crazy to say. Oh my God, it's too spicy. I'm going to cough.
Now here you are stuck with me eating wings. While she's muted.
Oh, there we go. I mean, are they good enough to like jump up and down? Yeah, there we go.
They're definitely good enough to jump up and down. Yeah. Yeah.
Second guy always gets caught. Exactly. Even in like water polo, we've seen a bunch of this lately where we played a couple teams that were super, super violent, and then our guy does a little thing in retaliation, and all they see is retaliation, and he's getting kicked out. It's like,
that's so wild to me. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
I don't either. Refereeing is like one of the few jobs that you can be pretty bad at and still keep your job. I feel like there's a lot of jobs where that just wouldn't happen.
Okay, that is exactly true. I don't understand that because sometimes they will just be so bad and we could very clearly see that it was a bad call. And again, nothing happens to them. You're not allowed to talk trash about them. I don't get it. Who is the head referee?
I don't know. I mean, we see this in baseball. We see it in football. I mean, I know they have unions, but in kids sports, like I think I said this on the podcast last week. Actually, I don't remember. Maybe I haven't. Did I tell you guys on the podcast about me almost getting kicked off the deck? No, I didn't. So
I don't think so.
Last week, I've gotten a yellow card before for yelling, but I've been really good this year. I do the game film, and I am on the deck. So, when you're on the deck and you're near the refs or near the score table, you're not supposed to say anything. So I'm purposefully going there. So I'm not screaming at the refs. I have to shut up. But this game last week was the case where players were committing things called brutalities in water polo. And that's the kind of thing that they do this for. And you get rolled from the game, which means you're out and then you're suspended for the next game. Because like a flagrant act of violence, like water polo is a violent sport. There's a lot of wrestling and kind of digs under the water at people. But what you can't do is you can't be like punching someone in the face or like headbutting, things like that. And this game was the most egregious thing I've ever seen. And we had guys getting hurt. Another thing you can tell when the refs are unfair, and this is often in football, you can tell because like one team has like 30 more penalties than the other. And you're like, okay, something's off because you can pretty much always call a holding call in football. There's all kinds of stuff that can happen.
Yeah.
So our ejection ratio was 22-4, meaning our guys had earned 22 ejections. They'd earned 4. Meanwhile, they were super violent and we basically couldn't even do anything. And I had yelled a couple times and the guy told me to shut up. And at the very end of the game, we're winning. And one of our kids is trying to hold the ball and the defender goes up to him and is just elbowing him in the head over and over directly in front of the ref. And I was standing right there. So I literally am screaming, look right in front of you what he's doing. Stop him. And he's like, you're out. I was like, fine, it's over. No, I was not the only parent that got up and yelled. One of the parents came out of the stands to the ref and was yelling.
Wow.
So the ref wanted to talk to our athletic director and get our names and suspend us from coming to the next game. But at some point, he calms down and he says to our coach, he's like, there must have been some really bad stuff that I missed because those parents have never been like that to me. And it's true. I see this old guy all the time. First of all, he's jokingly told me he can't see anymore. Like he's old and it's a night game.
Why? Oh my God.
He's old. And he's been just trying to retire for a long time apparently, and they won't let him or they don't want him to. But man, this guy, so he ended up basically saying, well, I got to watch the film because I must have made some mistakes. It was like, you guys made mistakes the whole game. I mean, in high school, a mandate for referees, and I'm sure it's this way in all sports, is you have to protect children. These are children. Like you can't allow them to get their heads bashed in. Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So,
like as a parent too, that's really tough to watch. It's already a rough sport.
Exactly.
And I know those guys are bigger than me, but I would be wanting to get out there and like
exactly. And I'm mean. I
mean, we played kid.
It was pretty rough. It was pretty bad. Let's see.
Wow. Look at you getting
thrown
out. Always causing.
So when I did the film, of course, there was some stuff I had to mute. And all the kids were like, "Don't mute it. We want to hear." I'm like, "No." Me and a couple of parents did some really messed up stuff. And some of it wasn't even yelling at the refs, like under our breath. So I'm like, I have to mute it because I can't be, putting this out there. It was pretty ridiculous. Let's see. Some rugby players wear similar. I didn't think rugby players wear anything on their heads. Do they? I actually don't know.
That's a good question.
Air holes, maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe so.
Oh, I don't know. Now I'm gonna have to find out about rugby.
Oh, the game's. Oh,
all
right.
Yeah, it already started.
All right. Mike Evans.
I know I picked the Ravens. I don't know. I don't really have like any skin in the game. I don't really care either way. It's for the fact that I picked the Ravens to win. So
I just want everybody to have a good time and no one to get hurt.
Right.
That's what we want to see. Exactly. Speaking of getting hurt, Cooper Kupp should be back for this Thursday. The Rams have a short week. They play Thursday against the Vikings.
Ooh,
which Vikings are good this year. They're really good, and they just lost to the Lions for the first loss of the season.
You know what other game? I watched the Jets and wait, who do they play? Oh, the Jets and the Steelers. So listen, I was so torn because obviously I want my man Aaron to win it. And he had, was it Devontae at?
Yeah, he got his buddy Devontae, and they
his buddy. Well,
nothing.
No, they did play better, but they didn't play better than
Aaron is not looking great this year.
I was rooting for oh, look at his face. Look at him. He's all cleaned up.
That's my dad. In 20 years, he's going to look exactly like my dad. Now show Devontae Adams looking forlorn on the bench when Devontae Adams is kind of like... and I love Devontae Adams too, so I kind of feel bad for him, but he basically went from one bad team to another.
Well, I think so. I think there's a better chance with him being on the Jets. They vibe. Maybe they needed one more little connection to make it come together. It didn't happen, but it was fine because I really also wanted Russell Wilson to have a good game. He's so adorable.
I'm not a Russ hater. I love his wife.
No, I'm like, you know what? Let this guy do something good. So I was like, win-win.
And I was talking to Liz Marie. Oh, poor Devontae. Oh,
look at
that. Hold on. I'm using the mute button a lot. What was I going to say? Oh, I was talking to Liz Marie. She's a huge Steelers fan, and her husband's a huge Raiders fan. So I was texting with both of them last night. And in the first quarter, she was yelling at Russell, but then after that, she was like, okay, go ahead, Russell. And my man, George Pickens, with his antics, he had some amazing catches. So, I hate the Steelers, but I hate Aaron Rodgers more. So.
I still thought it was a good game, though. It was entertaining to watch. That was at least because some of them, NFL's not been as entertaining, I feel like, to watch, but whatever. But it was good, though.
Not at all.
It was a good game. We'll see. I don't know. I'm calling it. I think the Jets are going to do – I think they're going to get on a hot streak.
You think?
They just – Devontae had only been there for a couple days. He got there Sunday.
Yeah, but him and Aaron go way back. They should already have that chemistry. It's not their fault. I mean, it's not their fault. But Aaron's thrown a lot of interceptions. I don't know how many, but it feels like a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it's true.
That was nice. Trying to give him Mike Evans is having a great year, by the way.
Want to skin on this one?
No. I'm going to have to eat the rest of mine in the car. We got about 5 minutes, guys. If you have any questions, ask them now. Only safe for work questions. But if you have anything you want to ask, go ahead. So we're going to have to sign off in like 5 minutes.
Oh, well, hello, Todd.
Oh, Todd's one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's on my page. So
yeah, me too. Let's see.
We love you too, Matt. Aww. Not producer Matt on the things that I love you.
I mean, we love producer Matt too.
Well,
in a different way, but yes,
that's true.
He helps us stay organized. There was like lots of nice Raider fans yesterday at the stadium, so that was kind of shocking. People were like talking and chatting and being nice, and I was kind of like suspicious. I'm like, are you
What?
trying to lure me into a fight somehow? Like, what's going on? But I only saw one fight, and it was Raiders fans fighting other Raiders fans.
Do I need to go with you and be the mediator? Keep
Oh,
the
you should.
peace?
I had no kind of problems at all this year with anybody. I don't think at the stadium.
Yeah.
I mean, I've only been twice, and both times I had a big dude with me. Matt went with me to the 49ers, and another of my friends went with me yesterday. So
My dogs are
definitely
down
an
here
improvement.
like
it's an improvement.
my dogs are like, please drop something. Please.
I
drop
forgot to
something."
even give the kitty chicken, and he went away. He gave up. Now he's sleeping over there on the couch. So
He's like, I'm done with you. No.
yeah, he was like milling around, and then he was like, I'm tired. Let's go. Man, the one thing I would change about the Georgia Bulldogs, if I could, is we could have Todd Monken back. So Todd Monken was our OC for the 2 national championships, and now he is the Ravens OC. I was secretly hoping last year that he would be terrible in the NFL, so he would come back to college. But
I love that name, Todd Monken.
yeah, he's a pretty great guy.
Love it.
Let's see. When are our dogs going to go to number 1 again? Todd, we don't want them to go to number 1 till the very end. They play better when they're not number 1. They play better when they're perceived as underdogs, because then they can get hyped up, and Kirby can be like, nobody believed in you. Oh, I love that he called out the whole ESPN crew when they're interviewing him after the game. He's like, yeah, well, your whole network was against us. And when ESPN reposted the interview, they didn't start it until after he said that.
Ah, dirty. That figures.
He's a pretty funny guy.
Not surprised. CNN. Shady.
Where's Tris living? Tris lives in Florida.
Yeah. Beautiful South.
Yep. Oh, there go the Ravens. Maybe going to do something. I wonder if OBJ's going to. Oh, no, he's on the Dolphins now. Oh, my God. I forgot he went to the Dolphins. He's like, why does he hardly ever play the last few years? I think he's just an injury machine. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, they're getting old. I mean, I suppose old for getting your body banged up week after week.
He's hardly played. I know this year he was out with an injury, but last year I don't know if he was out at all, but he just hardly played.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This is gonna be a good one. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to listen to most of it while I drive in the car because I gotta go.
Oh man. Okay. Well, hey, be safe though. Yeah, be safe. I actually did have. I don't know if I could show this, but I had bring that. I don't know. Might have to have that after.
Okay, Snoop Dogg.
Man, that would be so cool if we could get Snoop Dogg. Can we just petition to have him come on the show? YouTube would let that slide, right? I mean, if it's Snoop Dogg.
I don't know. Does he? I mean, I know he smokes weed, him on the internet, but I don't know if he does it on like a live. I don't know what the rules are. But I'm sure Tris is gonna have fun. How many wings did you eat?
There was probably 10 here. There's only 2 left. 2.5.
Are you gonna eat a lot more?
There's still some more. I think like 30 was brought home, so probably.
Nice.
I'll probably make more. And then I made brownies the other day. So like I take a little piece of brownie and I heat it up, and then I put hot fudge on top.
Oh yeah, that's nice. I love a good.
I have to balance out that leg day from this morning. So
right, gotta even things out. Okay, can't be too healthy.
Exactly. Hey, look. We're going to remind you, I'm very healthy with this avocado. It's big in my head. I'm going to take a picture after I cut this thing open because...
That's awesome. I hope it's like beautiful on the inside and not like all brown and gross or something.
We're going to find out. I will send you a picture for sure.
All right, guys.
Well, thanks, guys.
Wraps it up from Irrational Moms for the week. We will resume to normally scheduled programming next week, I'm pretty sure, with Miss Poindexter.
I think so, yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Awesome.
We appreciate you always.
Thanks,
Tris,
guys.
tell us how you felt about your wings.
The wings were delicious. Look, see, you can tell they were delicious. Extra crispy, delicious.
Yes. So good. Bye, guys.
Bye.